just wait for the stream to get sent out, and we'll do a little bit of jibber jabbering, talking, and we'll just go from there, really. But there's only 18 days to go till Christmas. Oosh, it's gone fast this year. 2005 isn't waiting for anybody. Certainly not me. Certainly not you. So I think I'm on the 10th day of my antibiotics, and I'm picking up. Everything's been all right, as in my observations have been all right. But again, it seems to be a nighttime thing, and I don't know what that is. But in the morning, when they check my observation, sometimes my blood pressure's a little bit low. But at night time, it's the heart rate that's fluctuating. So I don't know. I don't even know if there is something wrong with my heart, or maybe at night time people piss me off a little bit, so I get a bit agitated when the nurse comes. That might be showing in the results with the heart going up and down, or it might be something more. So yeah, we are in talks anyway, me and the specialist, just to see what's going on with the heart rate going up and down. Like it's strange because it goes up and down on itself, but once I start speaking, then it starts shooting up, and obviously it's a slight indication that when I'm speaking, I'm putting pressure on the lungs and the heart for it to compensate that. So I did mention that, when I speak and the oxygen sats on my finger, that my heart rate goes up and sometimes my oxygen comes down. So when we was talking about tachycardia, it's like where I think it's the heart rate's over 100 and climbing. So then you are like tachycardia. Doesn't mean you're going to have an heart attack. It just means it's raising and it shouldn't be that high. My mum turned around and said to one of the nurses, she's got tachycardia, something to do with the sinuses. I didn't even know you could get that. So I'm wondering if I'm similar to my mother in that aspect. So we'll wait and see. There's no point guessing what it is. It's definitely not a severe heart condition because I'm 38 years of age. I've obviously been in the hospital a lot of times. I've obviously been seen by nurses here, and it's very rare that a heart defect would go undetected for so many years. So I don't think it's that. I just think it's a combination of things. I think it's my body fighting the infection. I think it's the antibiotics, because they normally test me whilst I'm hooked up to the IV. So it would be decent to see next time. I'll just say, 1 minute, I just want to see for my own peace of mind. Can you do me SATs before you actually hook me up to the IV medication? And you should do that anyway, because the last thing they want to do is hook you up to medication and not do your SATs, because your heart rate could be sky high, and then they're throwing, strong medications in, which could cause problems. So they should really do that anyway. But yeah, so that's where we are, day 10. I finish on Tuesday, and I think it's been pretty good. I've been getting up at about 8 o'clock, 8:10 every morning. I've been coming down, and I've been staying awake. But today, because they've been coming at about half 10 in the morning, I decided just to sleep on the couch a bit, and I got a visit at 9:30. So the last 2 days they've been a little bit earlier, 9:30, and then I had an early evening appointment today about 5:30. So yeah, that's just where I'm at, really. Just keep going. I did have a bit of irritation today. I'll show you a bit of irritation on the. If anybody knows this is Italia 90. That when Italy hosted the World Cup, but it's gone down now. I've been scratching a lot round here, and I think what it is my hairs are growing back now. So week 1 is normally fine. Obviously shave it, the needle goes in the port, and then it gets a dressing on. So I'm not really irritated, but once it starts growing back a bit, I start itching it. So she wanted to put like a barrier cream on today, take it off, put a barrier cream on, then put the dressing on. So she said she's forgot, but she'll try and get someone to do it. And I'm like, there's no point for the sake of 3 days. if it was really bad, I would have said, yeah, but you know what? I'm not that fussed. I'm really not that fussed about getting some barrier cream on. I'll just deal with it when it comes off. I'll just moisturise around it and obviously keep the exit wound. It's not a big exit wound, but that's a big gauge needle in my chest. So when that comes out, you are supposed to keep it dry for 24 hours. But nobody does that. The first thing you want to do when that comes out your chest is get a good, a good soak where you're fully submerged in the bath. So yeah, um, not really at risk. Obviously, it's obviously had a needle in it for 2 weeks, so it is classed as still an open wound when they take the thingy out. But I suppose it's no different than getting a blood test. The only thing is it's a central line, so you've got a central line going to the neck. You can see the wire there, so we've got one going to the neck, and then you've got a line that goes straight to the heart. So when they pump the medication, you're getting all the medication really, and it's probably better than a cannula, and certainly better than a midline, because midlines, even though they put like a stat lock on it, so it's like a lock so it doesn't move, you're still at higher risks. You're still at higher risk of an infection because that's more of a open wound where they have to come and give you some kind of sedation in the upper arm, and then they get a scalpel blade and they cut an incision in the arm, about an inch, maybe less, and then they stick something that's similar to this. They stick a wire through the arm that then goes down near the heart, and yeah, that gets changed every week, so more risk getting infections. Some people have a PICC line, and they tried to get me, to do a PICC line because the midlines weren't lasting or there was difficulty getting the midlines, and I said no. I said I'm not having something in my arm for free. I don't know how long you can have a midline, a PICC line. They normally give it like cancer patients on long-term treatment. So I said I'm not having that because I don't want to be that restricted that I can't do anything when I'm not on treatment or I'm having a good day, kind of thing. So then they went for the port, and I was a bit in two minds whether to get one, because obviously a body conscious, it sticks out sometimes. But that passed after about a year and a half of having it. You just get used to it, like I was looking at it like it's a foreign object in my body. But a person told me eventually you will get numb to that, and the only downside of having a permanent port is that sometimes if you take a whack in it, it really hurts. So these are just the little things that is a bit crap about having bronchiectasis. But there's some good points as well, because the treatment I'm on, I get it at home. Even though you want it to be peaceful at home and that, sometimes we're gonna have our little disagreements, our arguments. But on the whole, I'd rather be at home having my medication than being in hospital with machinery going off and running into all sorts of infections, stomach bugs, that kind of thing, and then people having to come and see you. you know, being bored. You don't get bored at home. It's just like, I'll just choose this time to relax, do what I can do, watch some football, things like that, enjoy my break. Because that's what it is really. It's a break from you having to, fight this disease on your own, kind of thing. So it's a break. The NHS are actually coming out and they're doing a job. So that's the time to put your feet up and just wish, wish it speeds up. And it really, you're hoping the course speeds up. And once you start picking up, like I did, I think I started picking up on day 5 and day 7, and every day after day 7, I was just feeling better and better and better. You feel like cutting the course. You feel like saying, I've had enough antibiotics, I'll leave it. But it's not wise. It's wise to complete the course of any antibiotics for 2 reasons. The body may think it's fought the infection off, but by stopping it, it may come back. By stopping your antibiotics earlier, you run the risk of being resistant as well. So these are 2 reasons why to stick with your antibiotics full course. And obviously these nurses are coming out to you and they're treating you, And by you messing about and saying, oh, I don't need this course, I don't need this day, I can come off a day earlier, you know, end of the day, there's someone out there who would benefit from the full course. So really, we should be taking it. On that note, I'm going to go, guys, because I don't really like doing longer than 10 minutes. We've not had no comments. I'm going to get on my nebulizers now, guys, because I've been a bit mucusy. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm just going to chill out. And hopefully I get a fucking good night's sleep, my cackles. See you on the next one.